They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Man, that's not the start they need. You're already the underdog. You've struggled this season going against a really good team. First drive, first possession, man, what do? You turn the football over. That's probably why they have a losing record.
They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for those.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Russell. Got the back over the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Makes the grab on the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to pass. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They're going back to the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to throw the football. They stay tight on him. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I tell you what, once you're backed up and you start getting 4th and 5 plus, this becomes really difficult. I got 3 in the bag. I know I can kick it. I know I can make the field goal. Or do I want to stay hyper-aggressive and try to go for the touchdown here?
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee left little doubt. This version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Turning it on! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Got the first down and more. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown at least for now.
Yeah, and you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? First and goal from the 2, this offense will take it.
On the move. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Trojans with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Got it in the middle. It's Toner. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Going to swing it on second down. He's got him this time. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
I think the offense was hoping the defense would be expecting inside runs, so they toss it trying to use the speed to get to the outside, but the defense didn't bite. They were there to make a negative play and now set up fourth down.
The Trojans will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Matthews. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. The Trojans racing to the line in a hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USC.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Back to pass. It's Russell. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Here's the handoff. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. A designed run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Gay. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Might be calling a hot route. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown time!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, Bill. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Fowler. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Here's a quick throw out to the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. That is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, that receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Quarterback keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The ball carried by the quarterback. Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd down.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. To the air. It's Russell. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped him out.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times on these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say they're breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
At the 30.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He makes a catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Wood. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Got his man to the left. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They'll throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Trojans. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want to run it left here. Turning it off, just steamrolling the defense. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Throwing on the run. Complete to the right. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. With the catch, it's Dalton. There he goes! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Toner. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
And on the heels of that last big play now, you'd love to keep the momentum going and score quick. How about staying aggressive? Try to throw this thing into the end zone. You need to get the ball back, and you need to save as much time as you can.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll try to get outside. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. At the 30. Inside the touchdown, Crimson Tide. He got loose and it was lights out after that. They extend this lead and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in, it's Fowler. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Right on the money. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a...
Oh, he faked the spike. He's going to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Escapes the pressure going right. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. It's Wood. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, they'll make those contested catches.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
This is a designed run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.